Alright, so it's the 3rd of June. Welcome back again to Lewis Family Farms. And this morning we'll be coming to you from our sweet potato patch. It's reaping time. So we're going into it. We have already reaped a couple, about 30 pounds. But we only started reaping from this row. So what we did is that we went through and started reaping the larger ones. So the smaller ones are still underneath the ground. A couple of big ones are there. We are only reaping the ones that are visible so far. So we are going to continue the reaping, and we'll see what happens. They are very nice so far, and let's see what happens. So we're starting a second row. All right, and the soil is a bit hard. We're not having a lot of rains now, but it's best to use my fingers or my hands. A lot of people use a piece of stick, but because these were actually planted on furrows, they're not really as dry as the soil is. They're not really that hard, so we weren't getting a lot of rains. As you can see, this is a small one, but we weren't getting a lot of rains, so so the potatoes are not very huge or very big. We were hoping to get them at around a pound in terms of size, 1 pound. Didn't want them too big either, but so far so good. We have been getting larger than a pound. This one seems to not be ready, so we are leaving the smaller ones, and so that they can develop. We're only taking out the larger ones for now, leaving the smaller ones to mature or to get a little bigger, and then we will take those out. So this is what we do. We go around and search the roots. So this one is sending its potato outside of the furrow, and it's actually sending it into the walkway. That seems to be another small one. Alright, but we'll take it out anyway, because what I'm seeing is that I'm not sure what it is. Probably it's rat or mongoose. So this is another small one. It's about half a pound, and that seems to be the only one that root here seems to be the only one that this root is going to be sending. So we'll move to the next vine. The soil was a bit hard, very hard, because it was actually manually plowed or forked. So it's a bit hard, not very conducive to sweet potato farming, but it's the best we could do. We, based on the terrain or the landscape, we could not get a plow to do the digging, so we had to pay somebody to do the forking. Already it seems as if probably about 3 or so rows, probably about 3 rows, will be able to recover that money that was used to pay for the forking of the land. Alright, so this seems to be a nice little one. The only one on the farm now, so I'm going to put down the camera and dig this one. So I'll show you as soon as I'm finished digging it. Alright, so it's a bit smaller than we thought it would be, probably another half pounder, but not bad. We didn't plant any sweet potato, we only planted the slips, so glory be to God, give thanks. Alright, so we move to the next row, next hill or slip. Now this is how some of the potatoes are. They're actually exposed, and these are the ones that the whatever rat or something is biting, seem to be biting. So we're taking out the ones that are especially exposed. Alright, and then this is how it is going to be. Like this slip doesn't seem to have produced any tuber. Alright, so this slip, it's just running all over the place. There's no roots. It doesn't seem to have produced any tuber at all. And then there are some that just sends these long roots. Not really sure why that is, but this should have been, all this long root should have been converted into a tuber. But the concern now is really this one. And just rock it. Alright, and it is out. So there goes another one. And then we'll just pull back some soil on that. The neighbor didn't seem to produce any either. Alright, so we'll just move to the next one. Remember, we're not actually destroying the trees or the vines this morning. We are just reaping the larger ones, and especially the ones that are exposed. So we are looking, and for Lewis Family Farms, this is the first that we have planted sweet potatoes like this. So this is actually a learning experience. We did not have any water because we didn't irrigate these sweet potatoes on our first try, but after realizing the potential from these sweet potatoes, we will definitely be irrigating them come next try. So in this route we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 sweet potatoes, and that is what we were expecting. That was our target. Our target was to actually get at least 5 pounds of sweet potato from each slip, given on average, give and take. So you'll find 1 sweet potato weighing 5 pounds, 1 sweet potato weighing 7 pounds, and you'll find another in another root or slip, you'll find 1 sweet potato weighing only half a pound, and then you'll find another slip that didn't produce any sweet potatoes at all. So average, we were hoping for 5 pounds, but we didn't get any rain. But so far it's so good. Yeah, majority of the slips have produced, and as you can see, there are slips that produce more than 1. And one other thing we realize is that wherever you see these large trunks or large vines, they normally produce better. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking that going into our next crop, we will definitely be paying more attention to our slip selection, our planting material. We'll definitely be looking more at that. So that's one of the things that we learned. So definitely we will need irrigation. These were not fertilized. They were only fertilized once, and that was a starter fertilizer. So we have not really had any great expense. We only paid about 3,000 Jamaican dollars for the slips. These that we are digging, we actually had the slips running all over the place here on the farm, but that section up there is a higher bred sweet potato. So we continue digging. We're trying to get another 30 pounds this morning before leaving the farm to do something else. So that would bring us to 60 pounds for this morning. All right, so at the end I'll show you our harvest. All right, so we have reached our target this morning of about 30 pounds. And just to give you an idea of some of the size sweet potatoes that we are reaping, so my palm is pretty average sized, and that's what it looks like. So this is about 2.5 pounds. Yeah, definitely about 2.5 pounds. And then there are a couple down there like that. So there's another one. Yeah, most of them. So we're averaging 3/4 to between 3/4 and 2.5 pounds. And so we have easily filled our bucket. So we are at about 60 pounds now so far, and we only did, so we're averaging for the larger ones about 30 pounds per row. And let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think it's about 20 rows. So even for our first reap, which is for the larger ones, averaging about 30 pounds per row, we are looking at about that would be about 600, about 600 pounds for our first reap, and that's the ones that are exposed. Each one, so we have only dug 2 rows. It's probably even difficult for you to see them, but these 2 rows, that one and that one, and sweet potatoes are still underneath there. So wow, so even if we reap 50 pounds per row, that's going to take us to about 1,000 pounds of sweet potato, and we should be able to reap that, at least that amount, from this sweet potato patch, bearing in mind that the hybrid is not yet ready for reaping. So this that we're reaping is just the local ones that we're running up and down all over the place, and we decided to give it a try. It's turning out wonderful. Right now I'm kind of concerned because I don't really want them to become too big, and what I realize is that they are shaping up to become very large sweet potatoes. Look at the length of this sweet potato, and given time, this sweet potato would become huge. And we have gotten probably about 3 showers of rain within the last 2 weeks. Not heavy showers because the soil is still heavy, is still tight, is still a bit dry, but they are feeding, and that is what really matters. Going into our next crop, we'll definitely need to have a better understanding of the variety of sweet potatoes that we are planting, because here we have about 3 different varieties. So I'm reaping one variety here now. I don't know what the name is, which is that's the variety. I have tasted it. It's fairly sweet. The flavor is okay, but then just right there, those sharp leaves, these are a little lighter green. That's a darker green, but the leaves are pretty different. So if you know what variety sweet potato this is, please just comment below so that I can know. And then right beside it, as you see, these leaves are not jagged. They are just, what shape is this? I guess triangular shape, and they are whole. These are divided leaves, and the shade of green is different. This is the one that we are reaping from. This is probably the last variety that was planted, so it's definitely not ready as yet. That's another 3 months variety, but then we have the main crop at the top, which is, this is the slips that we actually bought. It grows very robust and thick, but it doesn't run a lot. So I guess it's putting its energy into the tubers. I don't know. Really hope so. And this is a variety that we're really expecting to reap a greater portion from. All right. So that is it. We have made our target for this morning. We are at about 60 pounds now. It should be more than 60 pounds, but that's our target. So I'm seeing a very nice planting in the background there, and that is going to be going this morning. Yeah, this is its last day on the tree. So there's another one that's actually ready. We're not taking out that one this morning and there's another one. They are pretty nice, and these were given to me, these suckers given to me by just a nice lady, a generous lady, gave them to me and encouraged me to plant them. Well, I planted them and I've been reaping for some time now. So this is it's actually the first time that we're having two fruits in the same what's this, root, since we planted those. And definitely this one is ready. There is a ripe one on it, so that is going this morning. Boy, but I think before I do all of that, I'm just gonna have a nice cool early morning jelly coconut. I'm not so sure which one to drink from, either that one or that one, but really giving God thanks. Washing off the heart this morning after a sweet potato harvest. Alright, so until next time, blessed love from us here at Lewis Family Farms.